the Chipotle review. You you reviewed that steak quesadilla, and I don't. They liked it, I guess, because they got
what was that noise?
They got a quesadilla.
You gotta explain that for me. What was that?
No, but I'm just saying because at one point in time, I think you interviewed. It's like, man, they don't give you enough with.
Oh, the portion size.
Yeah,
Okay,
the portion size.
I understand.
I don't know. They might have kept that up for a week because they done gone back to the small portion size, Keith. I'm just saying.
So for me, even the way that happened, so there was a video that a lady named Lexus, she put out, and she goes around and she tries recommendations that employees make. So like, you know, if you work at a restaurant, you do things that other people don't do because you've been there all day.
Right.
You just start messing with concoctions and whatnot. So her thing is that she goes around and she tries employee recommended. So she tried she tried Chipotle, and an employee recommended a steak quesadilla with fajitas and sour cream, right? So I just tried it and I'm like, oh, this is amazing.
Right.
In my mind, this is when Chipotle was like at the top of the game.
Yeah.
This one, everything was fresh, and like I said, it was my quesadilla was spilling how big it was. I tried it. I never in a million years thought that it was going to take off the way it was going to take off. And I know that's a cliche thing to say, but a week after I posted that video, I'm on the phone with the CEO of Chipotle. And like, you know, they be having them real long tables.
Yeah.
They set the Zoom call up where the table was like, I was sitting on the edge of the table and it was just a long, like, director, CEO, COO, and I'm sitting there in my car. I'm in a 2013 Hyundai Sonata, was it? Or Accent, Hyundai Accent. Hubcap falling off, the tent peeling. You got to make sure you put it in the gear the right way because it's syrup and all kind of stuff in the gear shift. I'm talking about full blown on the phone with the CEO of Chipotle, and he like, yeah, we want to bring the quesadilla and make it a full menu item. We want to name a Chipotle after you. They literally changed the entire Chipotle from Chipotle to Chipotle. Again, Shannon, I'm like, what are we doing?
Right.
Like, but it was just stemmed from me sitting in this chair eating a fucking quesadilla.
Right. So how was that experience? Because like you said, man, bro, I'm in my apartment.
Yeah.
And I got the CEO of Chipotle.
On the phone.
On the phone.
Yeah.
And he's talking about, okay, we want to name we want to put something on a menu. Name something after you.
They had it. It was called a quesadilla, and it was on the app. Like I said, the Chipotle. The craziest thing about that Chipotle is the Chipotle. Me and my wife, we met when we worked at Asics inside a South Premium Outlet, and that Chipotle was directly in front of South Premium Outlet. So to go back there 3 or 4 years after, no, it was longer than that. Maybe like 7 years after me and her met, and standing in front of the spot that we met. But now we got a Chipotle named after us. It was surreal, and it was one of the things where it was like, I never questioned God, but it was like, why me?
Yeah.
What I did.
What did I do to deserve this?
Yeah,
flavor?
facts.
I'm looking at some of the companies you partner with: Chipotle, Pizza Hut, Wingstop, DoorDash, Pepsi, Chime, Hyundai, Microsoft. I mean, how does Keith Lee determine who he's going to partner with?
For me, it's a conversation that's had after, like I said, I prayed before everything. And you can feel it. You can feel when something's right and something's not right. I'll give you an exclusive here. We had a conversation with, I said the name because I ain't going. We had a conversation with, okay, I ain't gonna say the name, but one of the biggest fast food companies in the entire world. We had a conversation with them.
McDonald's.
And
oh, I wasn't supposed to say the name either. Okay, my bad. Okay, go ahead.
Michelle, come on, Michelle. What are we doing, Michelle?
Hypothetically.
But we had a conversation with somebody, and come on, Shannon.
They like this.
No, so we had a conversation with somebody, and they initially reached out, and it was like, we want to have this is supposed to be like a full commercial, a full deal, like a really big thing. And mind you, I'm not making that much money at the time. I'm making good money, but not like nowhere near to be turning. They was offering almost $1 million, Shannon. And I wasn't making nowhere near that. But they was having a conversation and they asked me, do I eat that food? And I don't.
Right.
Instead of saying, of course I eat it, trying to get the money.
Yeah.
Me as a person of integrity, I told him straight to his face. I was like, no, I've never ate it as a kid. I don't eat it now. I don't really eat fast food.
How much y'all offering? You know what? I always wanted to try. I always wanted to try that.
But it's like I said earlier with integrity, like it's something that I feel like I have to be able to pass down to my kids
Right.
and have this conversation with them when I'm 50 or 60 and tell them like, no matter what position I was in, I've always been myself and I've always stuck to what I believe is right in my heart. And I had the conversation with them. He put me on the phone with the CEOs, and the first question he asked was, "All right, Keith, do you like this food? The brand, whatever it is, do you like our brand?" Thinking I was gonna back down because we having a conversation in front of CEOs. In front of all of them people, nope. And they said, "Oh, okay, well, we'll have a conversation in the back end." I already knew it was a wrap.
Right.
That meant absolutely that's not about to work.
Right.
But it was just, like I said, a testament to who I've always stood on, and I've always stood my ground and put my feet in the ground and being who I say I am.
Is it easier to represent a brand? And because I find this myself, it's a lot easier to represent a brand if you use the product, if you eat the food.
Absolutely.
Because it's not rehearsed. It's not forced. I actually drive this car. I actually go to this place. I actually eat this food. As opposed to, I do.
For me, again, we blessed enough to have people that will really go out and get the product and try the product. And I refuse to stamp anything that I personally don't like, because I understand these are people's hard-earned money that they're going to spend.
Correct.
And I think a lot of people don't think about it like that. They just be like, "Oh, it's my money. I'm going to get the money for my family. I'm supporting." But it's like you also affecting other people's money, other people's family. Because if it's a product that you won't even stand behind and you don't eat in your daily life, or that you would eat, why are you about to make them spend their last earned money?
Right.
And like I said, I'm blessed enough to really have people that will go out with they last. And I'm talking about people be standing in line and having their own real issues. They stand in line for 8-9 hours.
Wow.
And it's like, I don't take that lightly. Like, I don't play with that. And I appreciate every last one of y'all. So every decision I've made, like how you asked, what decisions go into me picking certain partners that we deal with. I think of them. I think of my family. I think of, if I can ask myself 20 years from now, if that made sense, I can still say yes, no matter how it went. No matter if, like I said, I missed out on $1 million. No matter if I got $1 million. Like, I can have that conversation with myself later down the road and not regret it.
Wow. Congrats on being the first person in your family to own a home.
Thank you, man.
You just recently purchased a home, you and your beautiful wife and your 2 daughters. What was that moment like?
It didn't feel real. It felt like, I remember having a conversation like multiple times of like, who gonna walk in this house after we done? Like, where the landlord at?
Yeah.
I know he gonna come in here and be like, you can't change this, you can't change that. I'm gonna be transparent. It put me in a depression.
Wow.
It put me in a pretty deep depression. Survivor's guilt, survivor's remorse of like, feeling like it's gonna be snatched away. Feeling like, yes, I have it, but how long do I have it for? It's trauma. It's definitely trauma. I had to sit and question and ask myself, why am I in this house with my family and with the people that love me, and I'm surrounded by love and I feel alone? This is 2 weeks ago, so this ain't like 3-4 years.
Right.
It's like recent. And it just, so we sitting on almost 2 acres of land.
I am.
And I vividly, again, a week ago, standing in the backyard like, whose is this?
Did you get to see my live on Whatnot a few weeks ago? I sold 300 pairs of sneakers from my personal collection, and all the proceeds are going to my alma mater, Savannah State, that's going to be donated at a later date and time. The best part of the night was someone purchased a pair of shoes off my feet. For those who don't know, Whatnot is a live stream shopping platform where you can buy and bid on items in just about every category you can think of. For the sneakerhead, Whatnot is celebrating the best sneakers of 2024 with 2 days of crazy deals and giveaways from hundreds of sellers. You don't want to miss it. It's on December 5th and 6th on Whatnot. Use my code Shannon15 for $15 off your first purchase over $20. Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party, because you know we like to do something before 2 something.